you guys? This is Madam 81. I'm coming back to you again. This story is about Amy Guyger. Amy Guyger, if you're not familiar, she was the off-duty police officer that broke into Botham. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. Botham Jean Botham, his apartment while he was sleeping. She claimed that it was her apartment, and she shot him to death because she allegedly assumed that he was an intruder, even though she lived in the same apartment, but she was on the wrong floor. She wants to get the trial moved out of Dallas. This article is from Botham. It's by the Botham staff, and the article goes as I'm about to read it. Hell nah, bis. Botham Jean's killer, Amber Guyger, begs judge to move trial out of Dallas behind media hysteria. And this is the picture of her. She was an officer. She was off duty at the time when she did it. It's been a lot of twists and turns in this story. It was at one time they didn't want them to the evidence and stuff like that, the stuff that they found, they tried to make a big deal out of it, but I digress. It says Botham Jean was killed by an off-duty officer, Amber Guyger, when she allegedly mistook him for a burglar when she entered his apartment thinking it was hers. According to Dallas News, Amber's lawyers are trying their damnness to get her trial moved to a kinder and gentler venue. Okay. Guyger's attorney, Robert Rogers, and Toby Shook and Michael Malau argued in court filings that the publicity surrounding this case has been prejudicial and inflammatory. Jean's death was international news, and area media outlets published a stream of stories after his death. Guyger's attorneys cite 297 article about Guyger and Jean in their motion. The Guyger trial is set for September the 23rd, and jury selection will begin on the anniversary of Botham's death on September 6. Her lawyers argued that several public officials, like former Dallas County District Attorney, have made statements that have swayed public opinion on Guyger's guilt. Faith Johnson, who tenues as a Dallas County District Attorney, ended when John, I'm not going to butcher his last name, C, took office in January, is accused by Guyger's attorneys of having a preluded and persuasive, prejudicial, and inflammatory the publicity in the case, they wrote in a motion. The attorney said Johnson poisoned the jury pool by commenting on the case publicly, pointing to the news conference she spoke at, Guyger's arrest and indictment, along with Jean's family. Wasn't they supposed to do that? Not understanding what the issue is. But okay. Obviously, prosecutors think this argument is a load of BS. I do too. We don't care where they hold the trial, long as the heifer spends several years in prison. Facts. And basically, I feel the same way. She should go to prison. Um, the police district, well, not the district, but the station where she worked at, they tried their damnedest to get things to sway on her side. There was rumors, although I don't know if this was confirmed or not, that Mr. Bowman, he had marijuana paraphernalia in his house, or something like that. It was a story that was ran that I seen, where they tried to say that, well, he had drug, like, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that you broke into this man's house while he was sleeping. He was not a threat to you. Basically, if it was the other way around, it would be trespassing and it would be murder. Premeditated, I don't think so. I'm not sure. But it would definitely be murder. Not manslaughter. Murder. I don't think that they should, switch venues. I think that they should try it where it happened. And I hope and pray, in my opinion, that this piece of trash gets every year for whatever they charging her with. For every charge that she got. There is no way. I'm sorry. I don't have not a bit of compassion for her. But let me know what you guys think. Please drop down in the comments. I want to say thank you first and foremost to the people that have watched my videos and have left clicks, likes, dislikes. It's all good to me either way. And also thank you to the people not knowing that I have dyslexia, leaving their little tasty comments down there, which most of them got deleted. But thank you for the true ones that support me. You honor me with lending me your ears.